Horsetails is proudly brought to you by the South Carolina Department of Agriculture. South Carolina, a true leader in the equine industry.
Folks, we're in Kelly, North Carolina today to do a good show on Mary Miller Jordan about Mustangs. Mary is truly passionate and very knowledgeable about Mustangs, so we're really looking forward to a good show today, so stay tuned for more Horsetails.
Horsetails is being brought to you today by Campbell's Roofing, roof specialist for residential and commercial. By Arbor One Farm Credit. By Quality Auto Sales for new and used cars. Make Quality Auto Sales your last stop. By Alive Magazine, your devotional publication. Look for this in your local stores and online at alivemagazine.tv. KG Smith Company, now stocking a full line of equine supplies. Visit them in Lake City. By Best Way Grocery, located in Hemingway, South Carolina. See Jimmy Baxley for the best meat products in Hemingway.
Did you know that the equine industry in South Carolina has an economic impact of nearly $3 billion annually? Hello, I'm Marcia Hewitt with the South Carolina Department of Agriculture. The economic impact of the horse industry is one of our state's best-kept secrets. Thousands of people are employed in different areas, from hands-on care to the production of horse supplies. Horses and the opportunity to ride various parts of our beautiful state, from the coast to the mountains, from trail riding to world-class horse racing. South Carolina is a leader in the equine industry.
If you want the feeling of real horsepower, come on down to Doug's Harley-Davidson, located in Florence, South Carolina.
Doug's Harley-Davidson wants you to come by and see why no other bikes on the road compare to Harley-Davidson's ride and performance. And after the sale, Doug's Harley-Davidson has the experience to service your new or pre-owned bike for years to come. And for the latest Harley-Davidson clothing and accessories, Doug's has the complete fashion look on and off the bike.
Doug's Harley-Davidson is not just a motorcycle, it's a way of life.
Southern Flooring and Interiors, Florence's premier flooring and decorating company. The talent, dedication, and experience of their staff gives them a leading edge in the marketplace. No job is too big or too small. Southern Flooring and Interiors, located at 1228 Celebration Boulevard.
There's nothing fresher, nothing finer than locally grown fruits and vegetables. They're tastier, sweeter, healthier, and most of us would agree they're better. That's why your South Carolina Department of Agriculture is working to make certified South Carolina-grown produce and products available in stores in your neighborhood. Ask for South Carolina. Nothing's fresher, nothing's finer.
Welcome to Pieces, where you can find pieces for you in your home. Your one-stop shop for women's clothing, jewelry, gifts, accent furniture, and accessories for the home. Located at 1228 Celebration Boulevard.
Folks, joining now is Mary Miller Jordan from Kelly, North Carolina, Mustanger extraordinary. And who is joining us here?
Sueño.
And that means what in Spanish?
Dream.
Dream.
Mm-hmm.
Well, good.
Yeah, to dream, because she is a dream. She's one of our special Mustangs.
Well, Mary, I've read a lot about you, and I'm hoping we can really take it all in today. Would you just tell us a little bit about what brought you to the point you are now with your Mustangs?
Oh, well, I started off competing in one of the Supreme Extreme Mustang Makeovers with our first Mustang, Lindsay's Faith, and it changed my life. I mean, once I started working with these horses, they just have a vocabulary that goes beyond any domestic horse I've met. It's like they come to you with this wealth of understanding, and if you can just tap into the way they talk, it's limitless what you can do to communicate communicate with them. And I'm addicted. We have 5 Mustangs now. We're going to get another one this year for Mustang Million, which is a huge event coming up this year. And I mean, I'm totally sold on the breed. They are awesome.
Well, you doing this for a living now?
Yes. This is what we do. We do clinics. We put on horse shows. We take our Mustangs around and do demonstrations with them. We're working on a Liberty team where we have multiple Mustangs working together at Liberty. I like to do tackless riding, where we're riding without the bridle, without the saddle. I'm very passionate about doing everything I can to show the relationship that I have with these horses, because it's so special to me. And I want people to realize that the relationship is so important, and that they can have that same kind of relationship with their horses. And and when you really do focus on that relationship, the horses, they become a real partner and a team when you're out there doing competitive events with them and stuff.
So how long have you been in the horse business for a living?
Oh, I've always, it's just been me my whole life. I mean, I grew up on horses. That's all. They've been where I was comfortable. I tell a story. When I was in middle school, I had legs as white as a sheet because I wore jeans all the time, and I was embarrassed about it at school because all the little girls had their little tan legs, and I remember in middle school feeling this way. I would get embarrassed, and I remember picturing the girl with the tan legs sitting on a horse, and in my mind, she didn't look any good sitting on that horse, and I could feel myself just lift up, just spiritually just lift up, because that's where I was comfortable. I was comfortable on a horse. So if I put myself in a position, just imagine myself on a horse when I was feeling intimidated, it just gave me confidence immediately. So I know, how does pale legs have anything to do with it? But that was something that I was insecure about. I think we all have insecurities, and for me, these horses have given me security and confidence. I did go to college. I actually got a chemistry degree just kind of because it was on the list to, have a degree, and I think that's important, but I've never really used it. I mean, the horses have always been where my heart's been, and thank the Lord, we've been blessed to be able to let them be my profession as well. I mean, you can't beat living your dream. It's awesome.
Now, this is a family affair. You got a precious little girl, 2 years old, and a husband that was working hard last night dragging
the ring. Yeah.
Well, tell me, being a family man myself and a Christian, you was talking about your faith. Tell us a little bit about your family.
Oh, my husband has built everything out here. When we bought this place, it was a cornfield, and I mean, poor thing, his honey-do list is pretty ridiculously long. But I mean, he's built our shelters, every arena we have, the fences, everything. There is no way I would be able to do this if it wasn't for his support. And my daughter is a little over 2 years old, and it's amazing to me how much she already loves the horses. I mean, she wants to ride. She wants to wear her helmet. She gets her helmet out and says, let's go ride. And I put her in front of me on one of our other Mustangs, and we ride around the ring, and she just eats it up. So we feel very blessed at this opportunity.
Well, when she gets up from the nap, we're going to get her out here, right?
Yeah, she'll love that.
Well, folks, later on the show, we'll tell you how to get in touch with Mary. But right now, we're going to close this interview out and show you some good action. All right, Mary. We're going to create a little magic here with Magic and Swinyo, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So what can we expect here?
Well, we've been working on a routine where these two girls work together. Still at Liberty, they're still to mirror my body language, but they are to take it a step further and mirror each other's body language as well. So I'm going to work them around me a little bit. I'm going to have them walk beside me, back up, do some different things where they are glued to each other as well as to me at Liberty.
Tell us a little bit about Magic before we get started.
Magic is from South Steens, Oregon, which is known for having just a brilliantly colorful HMA, herd management area. One really cool thing about Magic is I actually found photographs from a professional photographer that took pictures of her in the wild. I have photos of her while she was running free, and gorgeous, gorgeous. She is a 6-year-old now. We got her for the Mustang Magic makeover, which is an invitational makeover that's one of the extreme Mustang makeovers. We ended up finishing 5th overall. That was not this January, but the January before. So she has, let's see, we picked her up September of 2011. So she's about 4 or 5 months behind Swinyo as far as being out of the wild. But they were both gentled in 2011.
Wow, well, work some magic.
All righty. Good. Good girls. Shh. Good. Out. Swinyo. Good girls. Good girls. Shh. Good. Here. Magic. Good. Here. Good. Here. Good. Good girls. Here.
Whoa. Well, Mary, how you kind of keeping Magic in line like that? I'm just amazed.
Well, it's a combination of her cueing off of me, but she also has to learn when I need for her to cue off of Sueño. So, for example, when I do this move here, and I want them to circle around, Magic actually needs to speed up from Sueño. When I turn this way, Sueño needs to speed up from Magic in order to catch me. So each horse learns to catch me. See Magic having to speed up right there? Here, here. Good. Magic. Here. Magic. And she does that sometimes. Magic. Good.
I should have met you 20 years ago. You could have trained my children.
Shh. Good girl.
Now you're calling her name. She knows exactly.
Yes. The name is the cue for her to come to me. Good girl. Shh. So instead of having a universal H-E-R-E is a universal come to me cue. Here, that, here, Magic, Sueño, here. That's for both of them, but they individually, good. They individually have their name is their actual cue. Another thing that I do is I teach them, I teach them that when their resting place is when they are side passed towards one another, over, like that. So I actually want them to kind of bump into each other. I'll turn them so you can hear.
You want to clarify that? That's when they can relax, or you want to?
That is their, yeah, that's their, that's their, okay, if I ask them over, for them to see how Sueño bumped into Magic over, see her shift over like that, if they shift in towards each other, that's their, you're going to get the rest cue. Right. That's their happy place.
Okay.
And I want them to, because honestly, this is the boss. Sueño's the boss of Magic, and Magic's a little bit afraid of her. So if you just do this and don't, you have to show these horses their herd dynamic is different when I'm not in this round pen. When I'm not in this, if I was to walk off and leave them like this, Sueño would bite at her and Magic would take off. So I don't ever do that to them. I'll split them apart before I leave. But when I'm here, I'm the head horse and their herd dynamics change. You know, have you ever had a pasture full of horses where when you took that one head horse out, everything changed among the ones beneath it? That's exactly how it is with these guys. So Magic has to trust me that I'm in complete control of Sueño, which means I've got to be in complete control of Sueño, because if I'm not, then Magic's not going to believe me anymore.
Well, a lot of these horses, they were in a herd environment, so they're a little bit more mature, I mean, in their thinking, and they've created herd hierarchy. Is that a way of putting it?
Oh, yeah. They know all about herd, and it goes beyond when one swishes their tail. They can feel what we're thinking, and they can feel what each other is thinking. So when I'm doing this stuff, I'm very aware to think what it is I want my horse to do. I'm very aware to look. Eyes are so important. I look with my eyes at the part of the body I want to move. When I'm asking these horses to come to me, I don't look them in the eye. When I want them to whoa, I look them both dead in the eye, because that pushes them away from me. But if I want them to come in to me, then I'm going to look over here at the leg that I'm going to look at the part of the body that I want to push. So I'm going to look down at the legs. When I was doing that out there with Sueño, where I was having her draw into me like that, I was looking at her eyes, and then I'd move down and look at her leg. And then it's the verbal cue as well, but they feel that energy from your eyes very well.
Hey folks, I'm Jan DeVos with Good Call Equine Photography. You can reach me at 910-612-5000. Hang with us for just a little bit. We'll be right back with more Horse Tales.
Horse Tales is being brought to you today by Williamsburg Feed and Tack, your Seminole Feed and Carhartt clothing shop. Equestrian Images, making memories together. Carolina Hoofbeats, the Carolina's premier equine magazine. By Marcia Hewitt, equine specialist for the South Carolina Department of Agriculture. And by Mark Hausman Training Center, where helping people ride better horses is not just a slogan, it's an everyday occurrence.
Did you know that the equine industry in South Carolina has an economic impact of nearly $3 billion annually? Hello, I'm Marcia Hewitt with the South Carolina Department of Agriculture. The economic impact of the horse industry is one of our state's best-kept secrets. Thousands of people are employed in different areas, from hands-on care to the production of horse supplies. Horses and the opportunity to ride various parts of our beautiful state, from the coast to the mountains, from trail riding to world-class horse racing. South Carolina is a leader in the equine industry.
Hi, I'm Hugh Weathers, your South Carolina Commissioner of Agriculture. Did you realize that agriculture is South Carolina's second largest industry? Our state has a long history of agriculture production and is also known for the flavor and quality of our many fruits and vegetables, from horticulture to meat, poultry, and specialty crops. Agriculture is a multi-billion-dollar industry in our state. Remember to support local agriculture when you shop. Ask for Certified South Carolina. Nothing's fresher, nothing's finer.
Now, Mary, this is a Liberty, but it's also, you have no tack. What do you call that? Bridleless? What are we?
I've termed it tackless. I kind of made that up because I don't use a neck rope. A lot of people, when they ride bridleless, they use a neck rope, and that's perfectly fine. But I mean, my goal was to not use anything. So I kind of call it tackless. But Liberty is really more when you're on the ground with the horse. This is riding the horse just like I was riding the horse with a saddle and bridle, but I'm communicating, I'm looking where I want the horse to go, and I'm steering with my legs.
Okay.
If I take my leg off, that means whoa. Shh.
Now tell me, how did you stop him then?
Well, I have multiple things that mean stop, but one that's the most crucial, if you'll notice as I'm walking, my leg is just gently touching his sides. I'm not squeezing, but he feels it. The leg goes off, he quits. That's his shutdown button.
All right, Mary.
So I'm gonna have
You're not pitching the tent. Now what are you doing?
Yeah, we're getting ready to do something. Oh, Silver. Down. Thank you. I'm just glad he didn't wait until I was off to do that. Whoa. Good boy.
Now that was a quick cue for him to lay down like that. That's pretty neat.
He is my real good laying down man.
So you go camping, you just pitch a tent right there on
that's
him.
right. That's right. We'll be set. Oh, and then we get under here too. Good boy. Good.
Now that goes to prove every cart has a silver lining.
All right, Silver, sit. Silver, you gonna roll first? Sit. He's gonna roll first. You can do that too. Sit. Good.
I know the feeling, Silver. Sometimes I have to kind of.
So I got to get another one in.
I had to get started.
Sit. Good. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. You were good with all those guys acting crazy.
So you feel like he's the most advanced one you've got today?
At some things, he really is. As far as the under saddle, for sure. He doesn't do the Liberty nearly as fancy as my girls, though. It's just a different connection. He is a playful horse. I mean, he wants to be in your pocket. He loves games. He likes to go play fetch. He wants to roll, you know. But that's why I've kind of tried to give him things that he's good at and he really likes to do, which is this.
Well, I'll just give him my last name, Silverline Purdue, because my partner that's always behind the camera, that's all he wants to do is play.
That's this guy. He is Mr. Playful. Good boy.
Well, this brings me, I've noticed a couple of these mares had kind of like Spanish conformation. I've noticed this guy here has got a different build to him. Mary, and I've just really enjoying this so much because you're so passionate and knowledgeable about these Mustangs. Tell the folks really about, there's different types and where different types of Mustangs, some are Spanish and some have different things, and you were explaining that to us earlier and you were doing it so articulately. So tell the folks all about that.
Well, you know, I think a lot of people think that they're all kind of just one type of horse, and they're really not. Originally, there was a lot of Iberian Spanish influence, and there still are HMAs, which is herd management area. That's the location that they come from in the wild, that has a tremendous amount of pure Iberian Spanish blood, and we've got one of those guys here. But there's a lot of HMAs that have other influences. Over the years, for one thing that happened frequently is ranchers out in Texas would turn out one of their really high quality ranch stallions that's really the same horses that the foundation quarter horse evolved from. That horse was turned out on a band of wild Mustang mares, and then you had all these babies that were the result, and they continue to breed and reproduce. So you'll find that some of your Mustang HMAs have more foundation type quarter horse blood than your typical quarter horse of today. Also, there's areas that have a tremendous amount of draft influence, where people would turn horses that were similar to Friesians and Percherons and big drafty type horses, and those horses would then influence the population, and you'll get big horses that are great at pulling carts and have a tremendous amount of size. This horse, Silver, is from Silver King, Nevada, and that is an area known for really stock type horses. They were used as cavalry remount horses, so his ancestors were in the war. His ancestors fought in the war, which I think is pretty cool. He's a veteran. He's, well, descendant of one.
Well, there you go. I always spit and sputter when I try to explain to everybody about cavalry remounts, and then really World War I, they needed a stronger, bigger horse to pull the cannons and stuff. So they turned the larger horses out for that and let the range breed them. That's pretty
exactly. And now that population has been isolated and reproducing, and the strongest have survived. So you've got this really great blood that was put out there for a reason, and then through natural selection, you've got only the fittest, soundest horses that are left. So I mean, it's a much better breeding program than a lot of individuals do at their domestic farms, really.
Well, Silver, thanks for the confirmation.
You're welcome. Anytime, anytime.
Horse Tales is being brought to you today by Perfect Partners Equine, a unique and effective team approach to horse training. By Soul Shine Horseware. Visit them online for handmade saddle pads, blankets, purses, bags, and horse accessories. By Pine View Enterprises for all your trailer, horse cargo, and utility needs. Also check out their full line of golf carts and storage buildings. See Randall Jones for the best deals in the Southeast. By King Street Auction Company, buying and selling new and used equipment, tractors, and real estate. Call Alton Brown Jr. at 843-382-2121. By Morrell Tire Service in Latta, South Carolina. Tire and tire service for your car, truck, or tractor.
Folks, Silver's laying down on the job, but the old cowboy isn't here. Folks, we had a great time today. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. We really learned a lot. As you know, I really love a type of Mustang, the Colonial Spanish Marsh Tacky, and Mary Miller really brought it out in a different way. As you could tell, she is very knowledgeable and passionate about what she does. And this is a fitting close to a great day sitting here with Silver, just relaxing. You can just see how this horse is at ease with what is in his environment. Like I said, Mary Miller has done a great job. And folks, like I say, today was really a treat and very humbling privilege for me to bring you this show. And we're going to bring you a lot more just like that. And folks, until next week, keep your reins low and your hands quiet, and may the good Lord bless this country of ours.